with the great growth we've had over the last 10 years, especially with some of the well-known stock names like Tesla, Apple, we've seen many clients come to us with very highly appreciated stock positions, low cost basis. And it's great that they've had this great growth. However, the flip side of that is, okay, how do I use these monies without paying taxes? And it's always been a challenge. Challenge is this particular client had 5 stock positions, totaling about $6.3 million, 5 stock positions, $3 million of capital gains in the portfolio. However, about 90% of the gain was in one stock position, General Dynamics. And so the advisor for the client came to us and said, hey, is there anything that Symmetry has available that could help this client do 2 things? Number one, diversify the portfolio away from just 5 stock positions. And while you're diversifying it, help to mitigate any issue with paying taxes. There are more complicated cases, but in this particular case, it was pretty straightforward. 3 million in gains, almost 90% of it in one particular stock position. The client liked the positions he had. However, he did recognize that it could be risky just to own 5 stock positions. So we made a determination that we could diversify the portfolio into a more kind of US market index-like portfolio, and at the same time, mitigate any tax implication in doing that through this diversification. In this particular case, General Dynamics was the large position that we wanted to diversify primarily because it had the most gain in it. So what we'll do is on the long end, it's a long, short strategy. On the long end, we'll look to diversify into a Russell 1000 portfolio. It's a basket of US stocks, the top 1000 stocks. We'll immediately diversify the portfolio away from just the individual General Dynamics position. On the short end, because we will short as well, we will diversify into other stocks that are in the same industry as General Dynamics, thereby diversifying that position there. Once I have the conversation with the client and the advisor, we then bring our research team into the picture and we do an analysis of what the gains are. We also consult with our sub-advisor that we utilize to help with the tax strategy. And we come together with a proposal that we can either help deliver with the advisor or the advisor can deliver on their own based on their expertise around our strategy. The end result was the client really liked the option in terms of being able to unwind this position, diversify it, and not pay taxes on it to a certain extent. You know, there are other options. One is direct indexing. The problem with direct indexing is that after about 5 or 6 years, you run out of losses, and then so you're stuck with a portfolio of stocks that still has gain in it. With our strategy, we take it to the next level. We're able to bank losses for close to 20 years. So we can continue to bank those losses and continue to help offset any tax implication of selling any of these stock positions over time. The one comment I got from the client, husband and wife, is that they had kind of delayed making a decision about it for about 6 months. And once we actually implemented, they were saying, I wish we had done this 6 months ago because we feel much more comfortable that we've made a decision. And now we have a strategy that can help us continue to build wealth, but at the same time, do it in a very tax efficient way.